Well, time now for a look at what happened in politics today. We begin in the United States, where a New York judge ruled Donald Trump's first criminal trial will begin next month, rejecting Trump's attempt to have his case thrown out. The former U.S. president is facing 34 criminal charges related to so-called hush money, payments he allegedly made to 3 individuals, including adult film star Stormy Daniels. Judge Juan Manuel Mercan says the trial will begin with jury selection on March the 25th, despite requests from Trump's legal team for a delay. The trial is expected to last 6 weeks. Canadian troops deployed with NATO in Latvia will soon have new air defense and anti-drone capabilities. The Defense Minister, Bill Blair, saying the government is acquiring nearly $275 million worth of new equipment on an urgent basis. Blair adds this is the first time since 2012 that the Canadian Armed Forces will have an air defense capability.
Once operational, this air defense system will defend our troops against aerial threats, including fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and drones, and it will strengthen the defense capability of the battle group as a whole. Our troops told us that they needed this equipment rapidly to give the changing security environment on NATO's eastern flank, and we expect that they'll have these tools in their hands later this year. We've designated all 3 procurements as urgent operational requirements. This is the first time that we've used this mechanism within our procurement legislation since the war in Afghanistan. This is defense procurement done differently, and it's one way that we are strengthening Canada's presence in Latvia. By 2026, we'll more than double our military presence in Operation Reassurance with up to 2,200 deployed personnel. And I would conclude by reiterating that as a founding member of NATO, Canada steadfastly supports the principle of collective defense. And as we mark NATO's 75th anniversary, we are showing the world our capability, unity, and resolve.
The first systems are expected to be delivered later this year. Canada's Transportation Safety Board has concluded its investigation into a 2021 helicopter crash in Nunavut that killed 3 people. The TSB says poor weather conditions led to whiteouts, causing the pilot to make an unintentional descent, ultimately crashing the helicopter. In its report, the TSB makes 4 recommendations to Transport Canada, including providing better training for pilots and improved technology to help them deal with reduced visibility.
Unfortunately, for more than 30 years, the TSB has been calling for the implementation of safety measures to mitigate the risks that persist in helicopter reduced visibility operations.
And finally tonight, representatives from 4 of Canada's largest unions were on Parliament Hill today, joining the NDP to call on the government to end what they say are punitive and discriminatory employment insurance rules targeting new parents. Under the current system, people laid off prior, during, or after parental leave lose their eligibility to collect regular EI.
When they take their parental or maternity benefits, it uses up the hours that they have to apply for regular benefits. And that means that if a new parent loses their job after their maternity leave or in the lead up to their maternity leave, or if they're laid off while they're on a maternity or parental leave, it means that they can't access income assistance, effectively their employment insurance benefit, in the case of the layoff.